Yo guys, what's poppin'? Welcome back to another D3 YouTube video on the channel, man. So today, look, we got scary videos for y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie, I don't mess with scary videos like that, but we gonna mess with them today though. And if this series gets 100 likes, this is the first episode. If this series gets 100 likes, I will continue to keep doing these type of videos. Now, Friday. So, you know how Corey has a SSS Sunday, SSS. We're gonna have the SFS, Spooky Scary Friday. So what do we say? Do we hop up in there like that? Yeah, nigga. Oh, YouTube gonna get me for that. Alright, bro. Let's go to the first video. Today, look, we are watching a 3 true countryside horror story animated film by mjvanimations. This was uploaded 3 hours ago, 1,376 views. Okay? Link down in the description to his video, and I will be reacting to it. Cannot forget to put a thumbs up on the video. You already know. Alright, you better go full screen. Hold on. I am live. So, I am live. Who erased what I wrote? Probably the mod. Definitely wasn't me. Hold on, wait. Probably the mod wasn't me. Alright, bet. Y'all ready? Let's get it.
I moved into the house on a Tuesday. Nothing special about that. I had a few boxes, a mattress I've been meaning to replace for 2 years, and a 6-month lease I'd signed without visiting the property in person. I was between jobs, and my cousin had found the listing and said the price was stupid cheap for the square footage. That should have told me something. The house was a 2-bedroom.
Hold on, I want y'all to know this. If a house is super cheap for this, you should already know something finna happen. You should do your background in it. I'm telling you, do your background in it. Alright. Enough pausing.
On a rural stretch outside Millhaven, Georgia. Old farmhouse style, maybe 80 years old. Sitting back off a gravel road with a tree line maybe 40 feet from the back porch. The nearest neighbor was a quarter mile up the road. I didn't mind that. I needed quiet more than I needed company at that point in my life.
Quiet more than company. Quiet more than company. You need company in your life in order to be. Let's just continue the video.
First 2 weeks were fine. Better than fine, actually. I slept well. I got into a routine. I didn't think about much except putting myself back together. The first thing I noticed was the chair. I had a wooden chair I kept with a small desk in the second bedroom, which I was using as a home office. One morning I came into work and the chair had been moved back about 3 feet, facing the window instead of the desk. I live alone. I don't sleepwalk. I sat there for a second.
You gonna tell me you live alone, you don't sleepwalk, but you still sat in the chair? I'm black. My ass will be out the fucking crib. I don't give a fuck.
I'm trying to remember if I had done it. Maybe moved it to look outside or something. I couldn't remember doing it, but I also couldn't rule it out. I turned it back around and got to work. I didn't think much of it at the time. The second thing happened about a week later. I was outside in the evening sometimes, just sitting on the back porch. It had become a habit, maybe 9 or 10 o'clock, cooling down before bed. One night I noticed something at the edge of the tree line. A gap in the brush where someone or something had clearly been standing. The grass was flattened in a...
The grass is somewhere where somebody been standing? I would say, where my gun? Hold on. Where my gun? I don't bring the gun outside with me? Oh.
Rough circle. Not a large area, but deliberate looking, like someone had stood there for a while. Could have been a deer, could have been anything. The woods back there were...
A deer? That would have been some good meat for me. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Just, trying to cook some good meat. I ain't gonna lie. Pause. Okay, we not gonna get to that freaky with y'all, cause I know y'all finna be like, oh, this freaky. Oh, he freaky. Oh, he freaky. Right,
full of whatever wildlife Georgia has in September. I told myself that, but it was the shape of it that bothered me a little. It wasn't a hoof print kind of shape. It was just a flat, wide, standing-shaped circle of pressed-out grass. I started coming inside before dark after that. The third thing I can't explain away as easily. I was on a work call one afternoon sitting at my desk, and I pulled out my laptop camera to switch to video. In the thumbnail preview before I turned it on, I could see my face, the desk, the wall behind me, and the doorway to the hallway. The door was open maybe halfway, and standing just barely in the frame. Half hidden by the door was a shape, upright, still. I spun around in my chair immediately, and there was nothing there. The hallway was empty. The house was quiet. I watched the video back later. The shape was there in the preview for about 2 seconds. It's blurry, and the lighting is bad, and I genuinely cannot tell you what I was looking at. I've shown it to 2 people and have gotten different reactions. One said it's a shadow from the curtains. The other didn't say anything for a long time, and then changed the subject. I started leaving every light on in the house after that. The fourth thing shook me in a way that's hard to describe. I was cleaning up the closet in the second bedroom, pulling stuff off the high shelf, and I found something pushed all the way in the back. A small glass jar with a handwritten label. Inside were about a dozen small strips of paper, folded tight. I opened it and read a few. They all had dates on them.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digit?
Y'all just gonna have to bear with me with the ads, okay? Cause I don't got YouTube Premium like I used to. A nigga broke. Okay? I'm broke. Deal with it.
Gift cards with Microsoft Rewards.
Dates going back 11 years. Each one written in the same careful small handwriting. Just a date, nothing else. No name, no explanation. The most recent one was from 4 months ago. 4 months ago. The house had been empty for 8 months between tenants. I looked up the rental history afterward, just to confirm. It had. I don't know who put those dates in that jar. I don't know what the dates mean. I threw it away and called the property management company, and they told me they'd pass it along to the owner. I never heard anything back. I started checking the locks twice every night after that. The fifth thing is why I left. About a month after I found the jar, I came home from a grocery run to find my back door unlocked. I was almost certain I'd locked.
Back door? Man, he finna get slimed. He finna get slimed like curry pie.
Did, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I walked through the house, checked everything, didn't find anything wrong. I made dinner and tried to put it out of my mind. That night around 2 in the morning I woke up. I don't know why, I just did. I lay there for a few seconds listening. The house was quiet. Then I turned over and looked toward the bedroom door, which I always leave open a few inches, and I saw the light in the hallway was different. Dimmer, like something was standing between me and the hallway light. I didn't move for a long time. I just watched the gap in the door. After maybe 2 minutes, the light shifted back to normal. I heard a very soft sound from the front of the house, a creak, then the faint but distinct sound from the front door being pulled shut. Whoever it was had a key. They had let themselves in, and then they let themselves out, and for some reason, they'd come stand outside my bedroom door. I don't know how many times they'd done that before. I moved out 4 days later. I didn't finish the lease. I still think about the jar with the dates. 11 years of dates, and the house was supposedly vacant for most of them. Someone was coming and going that whole time. I don't know what they were tracking or why. I probably never will. That's the part I can't put down. I was 12 the summer my...
Didn't finish the lease. Someone coming in your crib. I want y'all to realize, and my camera just fell, but I want y'all to realize, the second I done seen that chair move, I would have been out that motherfucker. I don't care. Y'all gonna have to deal with me on this 20% battery too, cause I don't care. We'll just turn it back all the way up. I would have left. I would have left so quick. I wouldn't even call anybody. I would have said bye. I'd say, oh, cause I don't care. Oh, also,
family rented a cabin here.
Also,
like corral.
Hold on. Never. I want you guys to see this. Subscribe to the family right now. Subscribe. Everybody subscribe. Everybody subscribe. Subscribe right now. Subscribe right now. Subscribe right now. Join the family. Join the family. We almost at 2,000 subscribers. Join the family right now. If this video do get copyrighted, just know I contacted the person that made this video, telling him that this video was gonna be uploaded today or tomorrow. But since today's Friday, I gotta get the video out exactly on Friday. So like and subscribe, join the family right now. You already know we at 1,888. This thing not gonna show the real number. I don't know why, but yeah, like and subscribe, join the family. All right, let's get back to the video.
Not a resort or anything like that. Just a small cabin my dad found online somewhere in rural Minnesota. There was nothing around for miles except trees, a gravel road, and a gas station about 20 minutes away that doubled as a
My internet trash. Y'all see me? Yay! Like, about my internet trash, bros. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it, cause I gotta deal with it. So y'all gonna have to deal with it. What time is it too? It's 10:31. School get out at 11.
grocery store. My parents thought it would be good for me to get off screens for a while. I didn't argue much. I was a pretty agreeable kid back then. There was another...
Just so y'all know, I'm only watching 2 of these. This 21 minutes. I gotta be up at the school at 11. I'm watching 2 of these.
family staying in the cabin next to ours. They had a daughter around my age named Kara. We got along fast the way kids do when there's nothing else around. By the second day, we were already wandering the tree line together, just looking for things to do. The first time something felt off was on our 3rd morning there. We were sitting on the dock when a man walked along the far edge of the lake. He wasn't doing anything strange, just walking. But he stopped for a second and looked in our direction. Not the quick glance you'd give 2 kids sitting somewhere. It was longer than that. Still. Then he just kept moving. I didn't say anything to Kara about it. Looking back, I don't know why I didn't. That same afternoon, we found a trail behind the cabins that no one had mentioned to us. It wasn't marked on any of the little tourist maps my dad had picked up at the gas station. It was just a worn dirt path that disappeared into the trees. We didn't go far, maybe 100 meters before Kara said she was hungry, and we turned back. But before we did...
Turn back? My bad, y'all gonna have to deal with this ad, cause this ad gonna be like 10, maybe 5 seconds. That was easy.
I noticed a folding chair sitting between 2 trees, facing the trail, not facing the lake, not facing any view, just the trail. There was a crushed can of something beside it. I thought maybe it was a hunter spot or something. I didn't mention it to my parents. The next evening, my dad drove to the gas station to grab some...
That's where you done messed up already. See, this is why you white in the first place. Stay white.
...things for dinner. My mom was napping. Kara knocked on the door and asked if I wanted to go back on the trail before it got dark. I said okay. We walked further this time, maybe half a mile in. The trees were denser and the light was going flat and gray above us. At some point, Kara grabbed my wrist and stopped walking. I looked at her. She was staring ahead. There was someone standing on the trail.
I would have started me one. Man, I see a tall ass figure like that. What am I supposed to do? Run. I'm black. Guys, do you not? I don't think y'all see it. I don't think y'all see it in me. Y'all probably don't see it in me, but I'm black. Bitch, I turned the other direction. I don't give a fuck. I believe in my girl. I believe in her. I believe in the girl. Bitch, woo, bitch, you ain't gonna see me out. Woo, I'm gone. I don't care.
It was a man, or at least I think it was. He was far enough away that I couldn't make out any detail. Just a figure, very still, standing in the middle of the path. I waited for him to move or wave or do literally anything to indicate that he was some hiker. He didn't. He stood there the same way a person stands when they've been standing there for a while, like they're used to waiting. Kara said very quietly, "Do you know him?"
Hell no.
I said no.
You just got out there and you talking about do you know him? What? Stay white. Don't come to the black community. Stay white.
Neither of us ran. We just turned around and...
What the hell did I just say? Stay white, because my ass would have been gone.
walked back, fast, not saying a word. I don't know why we didn't run. I've thought about that a lot. We didn't tell our parents. I still don't fully understand.
White people. I would have been told. I would have said, there was someone in the woods. We need to get the fuck out of here. If you're not trying to leave, I'm finna leave. I don't care. I don't care. He's not finna get married.
Why? I think there's part of me that was afraid of how strange it would sound. There was a man standing in the woods. That's not a sentence that sounds like anything really, until it is. That night I couldn't sleep. I was sharing the pull-out couch with a window that faced the tree line.
Oh, he
and
gonna
around
be
2
watching.
in the morning,
He
I woke up for no reason. I lay
gonna
there
be
for
watching.
a minute in that half-conscious.
He gonna be watching. If you wake up like this, like exactly how she just woke up, he gonna be watching.
It's in a state where anything feels slightly wrong, and you can't tell if it's you or the room. I looked toward the window. There was a shape standing.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? See, I'm so black. I knew that his black ass was finna be watching. Matter of fact, he white. I can't even say black.
Near the tree line, just at the edge of where the dark started. I couldn't tell if it was a person or a shadow or something my half-asleep brain.
Girl, you knew you've seen him before. Your brain wake up when it feel like somebody watching you. This is why you wake up at night, when somebody watching you. And know somebody watching you, so it gonna wake you up.
Was constructing out of nothing. I told myself it was a tree. There were plenty of trees. I pulled the blanket up and stared at the ceiling, and eventually I fell back to sleep. We were supposed to leave on Sunday morning. On Saturday afternoon, both of our families went into town together.
Hold on, I gotta look at that date again. So this happened October 26th. Bitch. October 26, 2014.
Morning. On Saturday afternoon, both of our families went into town together to eat at the only diner within 30 miles. Kara and I finished eating before our parents and asked if we can walk around outside. They said yes, stay close, don't go far. We walked maybe 2 blocks before Kara spotted a narrow path behind the town's small hardware store that cut through a thin patch of trees toward the lake shore. She wanted to see if it connected back. I said okay. Looking back, that was my first real mistake.
I get so pissed off when I look at these.
The path was short, barely a quarter mile. We were maybe halfway through when I heard footsteps behind us, not far behind. I turned around and the man from the trail was there. At least I'm almost certain it was him. Same build, same stillness, except now he was moving, and he was close. Maybe 30 feet back, and he wasn't pretending to be a hiker.
Where the other girl at? Hold on, because now I only see one. Where the other one at?
Anymore. Kara saw him the same second I did.
You did not edit in the other person. I seen one. I ain't see two.
Neither of us said anything. He started walking faster. I grabbed Kara's hand and we ran. Not the controlled, purposeful kind of running. The kind where your body just goes before your brain decides anything. I could hear him behind us. His footsteps heavier.
He supposed to be faster than y'all two, and y'all niggas over here just started running. The second I seen, woo!
Faster. Gaining. Kara was crying without making any sound. Just tears. And I remember the sound of my own breathing being so loud. It didn't sound like me. The trees ended, and we broke out onto the lakeside road, and I screamed. I just screamed as loud as I could. A man washing his truck in a driveway maybe 50 feet away looked up. I screamed again and pointed back at the tree line, and he dropped what he was doing and jogged toward us. The footsteps behind us stopped. By the time the man from the driveway reached us, there was nobody on the path. Just trees. Just quiet. He walked us back to the diner himself, his hand on my shoulder the whole way. My dad and Kara's dad went back to look. They found nothing. No one. The local sheriff took a report and used the words like probably a jogger and hard to say, and these trails get a lot of use. We left the same night instead of the next morning. I've been back to Lake Orel once since then, about 2 years later, with a different group. I looked it up before we went, not for any specific reason, just out of habit. In the local community forum, I found a post from around the summer we'd visited, someone asking if anyone else had noticed a man who'd kept appearing near the rental cabins on the east side of the lake. There were a few replies. Most of them were dismissive. One of them just said, "Stay on the marked trails and don't go out after dark." Nobody replied after that. The thread was locked. I never found out who he was or what he wanted. The sheriff's words still sit with me. Probably a jogger. Joggers don't follow 12-year-old girls down empty...
You was 12 years old? Oh, hell no. Fucking pedophile nigga. What the fuck? Bitch, I would have... 12 years old?
Paths at that kind of pace. Joggers don't disappear the second another adult shows up. I still think about the folding chair in the trees, facing the trail, just waiting. Someone had been watching that path for a while before we ever found it, and I don't think we were the first kids who did.
Yeah, I don't think y'all the first 12-year-olds that did.
They don't want you to know.
Bro, you don't care about that. Alright, well, guys, I'm gonna have to say that's an end and that's a wrap on this video. Not much editing I have to do. But 12 years old is crazy. Boy, jeez, even I'm 18 and not 12. Like, what? I don't sound like I'm 18 though, but I am 18. But I just ended school and everything. Now it's time to go to college. Big boy. Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Tell me those still crazy. Like and subscribe. Comment down below as your favorite part. Sorry, I can only watch two episodes really. I need to watch 3. Sometime sometime during the next SSF, if y'all get 100 likes on this video, we'll do another one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. I love y'all. Hey, remember, stay consistent with your grind, because people can't tell you what to do in your life. And also, just love God. Be there for Him, man, because you never know what you might be going through, but God always is one to talk to whenever you're going through something so hard. Alright, amen. Alright, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.